Hello and thank you for watching the next episode of the Elliot Show. Today I'm in the stunning sunshine in Islington Green to talk to Phil from Owl Barbershop. Originally from Leeds and Bradford, Phil's been cutting hair for 20 years and now owns 2 barbershops right in the heart of London. So, hope you enjoy today. Phil, thank you very much for joining us today. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Very welcome.
Perfect, so we'll crack on with the questions straight away.
Fire in.
So, what's the one grooming product that you can't live without?
Yeah, I'm going to say salt spray. Yeah, salt spray is it's my general go-to. I'd say I finish off 90% of my haircuts with it. It just does everything, you know. It doesn't overload your hair with gunk. It gives a natural finish. It works as a nice sort of styling motion for when you're actually cutting hair and gripping hair and sort of having to form patterns and sections and all these sorts of things. So yeah, I'd say salt spray, particularly the Davines one. You know, I've tried them all over the years, and sort of my one thing that I constantly go back to, even though we stopped the majority Kevin Murphy styling range, is the Davines salt spray. Yeah, and we shift buckets of it, you know, without sort of really having to push it. People just like it. You can throw it in wet. Does what it's supposed to do, and that's what you want out of really when you're finishing a men's cut. You know, just something that works and something with ease. You don't want to spend hours sort of grooming every last piece and sort of having glistening wet hair or overly gunked, tacky, matty hair. Salt spray, easy peasy.
And then would you use that as a finishing product as well, or would you put something else with that on top of that?
We use it in brighter ways. You know, kind of if I've got someone that's coming in with really light hair, you know, them sort of them guys that you've got, it's almost like cutting smoke. You know, you take a nice clean section and it just sort of hangs out your fingers because it's so light. You know what I mean? You get them guys that are balding. I'll put a little, once I've washed the hair, super clean and conditioned, we'll put a couple of pumps of that in and sort of work with it from then. You know, I might finish it off for a little bit whilst, you know, I'll sort of when it's wet, I'll put a bit in and dry it through, give it a nice natural finish. Or sometimes, you know, half the time, once I've done my work, I'll just wet it down again, put a little couple of pumps of that in. Job done, easy peasy.
Perfect, perfect. So, what's the one grooming tip that you have for men at home?
Always wash your willy. One grooming tip for men: go easy on the products. You know, don't overload it with products. That's it. You know, you don't need to be sort of putting in the products every day. You know, unless you sort of like your hair really slick. You know, unless you're in a job that's super formal and you require sort of a really strong side pattern every day. Don't overload it with gunk. You know, let your sort of natural oils do a bit of the work. That's it. Don't overdo it. You know, you see it so often. You know, we sometimes see guys that come back for like, you know, the tubs of wax that we sell are pretty massive, and they're back within 3 weeks. And it's like, how? You know, that should have lasted you ages.
Yeah, I completely get that as well, because it's, yeah, the amount of times when you're trying to wash someone's hair to cut it and you have to then do 2 or 3 shampoos. It's just like, no, you don't need to put this amount in there. Actually, if you just,
I don't understand it.
And also you don't then have to wash it every day. If you can just sort of, you realise people just tend to plough it in there, whereas actually then really assessing what's already in the hair.
Yeah.
You then realise actually the oils that you've already got in there, the product from before, is fine.
Yeah, don't overload. I mean, it looks, you start putting too much and it's going to look like you know, lank and greasy. And it takes away from the cut, it takes away from the work that we do. It doesn't look natural. And I say, particularly here at the Owl, we're all about natural finish, you know, and sort of having the haircut that we do its job, rather than sort of you having to sort of do so much work to it at home.
Absolutely, and the thing is it's in our. It's key then obviously to make sure the hair is cut correctly, so that actually you're not trying to mask it, which obviously is what you guys are doing. So it's, yeah, these guys, they don't need to plough it in to cover any mistakes.
You know, it's kind of, we're not doing conveyor belt hairdressing, you know, we're not doing sort of massive swipes of clipper over comb and sort of one size fits all. You know, if you sort of come in, you know, into our shops, you're going to be consulted properly and you're going to be left with something that fits you and only you. You shouldn't have to be doing too much to it, you know. You should just have to, more often not, wash it or just wet it down in the shower, style it whilst it's down. Out you go, you know. We should be doing the work for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, like, I don't really feel like it's like the real heavy products. It's not really in style too much at the moment anyway. It's not really everyday wear anyway.
There's always them people that find them though, you know, like I've been doing this shop for 20 years almost now, and we still get people come in and you say, well, you don't even have to ask, you know, it's like they've got Dax in their hair. It's like, where are you buying Dax from? Who's selling Dax?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's only a couple of those small shops, isn't it? Like the Afro-Caribbean shops, isn't it?
Yeah, they've still managed to find it though. They come in overloaded with Dax and they get intense away from the work that we do. So keep it natural, keep it easy, simple.
Perfect. So what's your favourite hairstyle at the moment?
That's a really tough question. Favourite hairstyle? You know what, I don't think I've got a favourite hairstyle at the moment. You know, it's kind of whatever suits the wearer. I know that's really ambiguous and a bit of a non-answer. But whatever suits the wearer, you know. Again, taking back to what we spoke about before, I like it when things are natural. I don't like it when things are overdressed. So in terms of hairstyle, stuff that's classic. I mean, I know that at the moment everything's sort of heavily skin faded and sort of swept back and really Instagrammed, you know what I mean? It's sort of an almost preposterous. You never see these guys walking around in the streets, you know. So just stuff with natural finish, you know, gently tapered, moving away from the face, something with flow, something that suits, something that's well done, which I know is like, there's not an answer like fall back and sides are messy on top, but whatever suits the wearer.
Yeah, and I think I put this question in there because I wanted to sort of hear what people said with it, because I guess for myself, I'm more about whatever suits the person. So I wanted to see, I guess I'm trying to find out whether people are more fashion or trend driven, or whether they are more focused on what is going on with that person right there in the chair.
You know, I mean, here we're quite technique driven. But you know, we're focused on what they want, on what the customer wants. You know, we're focused on sort of what they're going to look best with. You know, so kind of not what's going to get me the most likes on Instagram. You know, which is kind of the current trend. I mean, you know, what can I say? I've got two on top and 0 on the sides. You know, and last year I had hair down there, so kind of favourite hairstyle. It's whatever suits me at the time. So that's exactly what I like to project onto the customer.
Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. And it kind of then also leads on to the next question, which was where do you see men's hair going in the next year? And really, I guess that's just whatever suits them, really, then, isn't it? Whatever comes and sits in the chair for you.
I mean, you know, men's hairdressing, barbering, whichever whatever you want to call it, it seems to be changing. The industry itself, I don't know if it's changing for the better. The work that's getting sent out, I would say, is changing for the better. You know, people are more aware. Certainly the stylists are more aware of what makes a good haircut, of what techniques make up a good finish. But in terms of where it's going to go, I don't know whether the indie thing is going to come. I mean, we've seen it all before, haven't we? You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it from bleach blonde mullets. You know what I mean? I've seen the skin fade stuff. You know, when I first started off back in Leeds and Bradford back in 2000, you know, I've seen the sort of big, heavy, sort of Arctic Monkey style things that were going on back in NME days and all that sort of stuff. So where it's going to go, I don't know. It's probably going to stay exactly where it is. You know, you're just going to see more variety, you know, and hopefully better finishes and overall better work.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I think over like the next 5 years or so, because everyone is so aware of all the different options that are going on across the world, and can obviously see them all through Instagram and everywhere. That you're going to get the mix the whole way through, aren't you? It's not necessarily going to be that massively trend driven, because everybody's aware of how quickly things are changing.
I mean, what's interesting is kind of, you know, with the way that information's shared now, it's kind of, I remember years ago coming down to London for a hair show when I was like 14, you know, down at the XL, whatever it's called, the big Hairdressing International, and just seeing the maddest stuff, you know, and I sort of sat there with my eyes popping going, I've never seen people who look like this before. But now, you don't need to come down to London to see these people, you just turn your phone on, bang, and it's there. So like, ideas are changing, you know, and being shared really, really quick. So what's happening in London will be happening the same in Edinburgh, you know, and like, you know, vice versa, in Spain and this, that, and the other. So everyone's kind of doing the same thing, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, because it's, I guess, in the past, London potentially would have been ahead, but and then it would sort of filter down through the, well, over the next couple of years to other towns. But now it's just we're there straight away, then, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it's exactly what it is. You know, kind of. You know, when I was back in Leeds like a while ago, I mean, everyone looks spot on. Everyone looks super sharp. You know, I mean, haircuts were neat. Everyone's dressed the same. You know, which kind of makes it a little bit rubbish. You know, I mean, kind of like there's nothing. You're not going to these towns and go, oh, there's a look here, there's a look there. I'll come away with ideas. It's all just the same, but at the same time, better for the industry, I guess. You know, ups the standards in general.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's. I mean, a lot of people are going on about how the industry is sort of in a bit of a bad place with sort of all the quick training courses. But I do also think it has raised the top end quite a bit as well, because then you do have a lot. There's a lot more of the better stylists now, aren't there?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's kind of the way that the big guys have sort of got online and sort of shared a lot of their tips and their secrets for free. You know, you've got guys like, you know, like the Elliot guys, you know what I mean, they sort of do their Facebook lives, you know, and like sort of the younger guys can sit there and learn this stuff, you know, and have access to sort of knowledge that they've got and be aware of the fact that there's this, you know, there's this better way of doing things. It's just, you know, it's accessible. So yeah, it's good, you know.
Yeah, no, I like that. Well, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Phil. It's much appreciated. All the best for the future. Perfect. So there we go, the second episode of the Elliot Ash Show. Make sure and tune in each Wednesday for a new episode where they'll be going live on YouTube. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to message me on any of the social channels, all listed and linked below. Thank you for tuning in today. Much love, Elliot.